Welcome back, everybody, to the Metropolis Bulldogs Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Today, we're going to wrap up the regular season here in year number 2 with a couple of big matchups as we start on the road at Capital College to face off against our rivals, the Capital College Flyers. This game will likely determine the winner of the American Athletic East Division, so all the chips are on the line in our school's most important game in program history thus far. So as it stands, we're 7-3, the same record as Capital College. They're 7-1 in conference, we're 5-2. But the way I see it, if we win this game, we are in the conference championship. This is Capital College's final in-conference game. So if we were to hypothetically beat them today, they would be 7-2. If we beat Navy, which will also be in today's episode, then we would also be 7-2 in conference, and we would have the head-to-head tiebreaker, meaning we would get in to the conference championship. So this game is unbelievably important for both sides. Probably the most important game in their school's history as well. Capital College is, of course, our arch rival. They have a lot of talent, led by 95 overall senior quarterback Champ Britton Jr. These guys are probably the most talented team in the conference. So we've got our hands full here on the road. We have not played against a lot of good teams recently, and we are on a little bit of a struggle as of recent. Even though we won our last couple of games, we haven't really been playing the best of football the past month or so, and we need to really put the pieces together today here against the Flyers. So let's get this one started. Welcome to Capitol Stadium here in Washington, D.C. The 7-3 Capital College Flyers face off against the 7-3 Metropolis Bulldogs, likely to determine the American Athletic East winner and a spot in the conference championship. The Bulldogs choose tails, they win the toss, they choose to kick off. So we're going to start with the Capital College offense, led by senior quarterback Champ Britton Jr. as he hands it off here on first down. A quick play for Darnell King, who cuts to the left side. A nice run of 21 yards there for Darnell King. That'll move the chains as he obliterates the defender, Michael Roberson. That was nasty. First and 10 now, following play. Britton has an open man. It's the tight end, Somerset Driscoll, who is wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Terrell Cream with some really good effort, but he had a hard time bringing him down. And the Flyers are having no early problems moving the ball down the field as they now have it at the goal line. First and goal, looking to put the first points on the board. It's Darnell King, who strikes the Heisman pose. Not that he's in the Heisman running or anything. So the Capital College Flyers strike down the field. They are very quickly on the board as they take a 7-0 lead. Time to see what the Metropolis offense can do. Freshman quarterback Manuel Castillo hasn't played all that well the past couple of weeks, and he does not start off that great today as that pass is incomplete, so Metropolis has to punt it. Not an ideal start for the Bulldogs in their most important game in program history thus far. Capital College has it back. Britton on 3rd and 3 tries to get it to Driscoll, but it's broken up by the senior linebacker Ford Chavez. So they'll force a punt, and Metropolis gets it right back. Time for the offense to get to work here on this possession as it's a first down. Castillo looking to throw it. He has an open man. It's Osiris Young down the field. Young stiff arms the defender and has it all the way inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for the true freshman Osiris Young. And Metropolis is inching closer and closer to the end zone as it's 2nd and 2. Castillo, with no time to throw it, runs right into the defensive lineman. That's a big sack for the big man, George Rodden III. That's a loss of 6, That'll make it a 3rd and 8 here for Metropolis. Castillo scrambles to the right, looking to throw it here. His pass is going to be dropped. Osiris Young had it right in his hands. You got to catch that, man. So that'll force the field goal team to come out as we start the second quarter. 7-0 lead here for the Flyers of Capital College, but it won't stay 7-0 for long as the Bulldogs should start this second quarter with some points. A field goal attempt here for the marksman, Mark Mitchell, from 34 yards out. He splits it through the uprights, and the Bulldogs are on the board. They have it within 4 as it's now a 7-3 ball game. So Capital College has it back. Their previous drive was pretty underwhelming. We'll see what they can do on this possession. Driscoll in motion. He moves from the left to the right. Britton all alone in the backfield here on first down. He's under pressure and is sacked. The big defensive tackle, Scout Lopez, is the one who sacks him down for a loss of about 4. 2nd and long now here for the Flyers as Britton pitches it to the side for King. King with blocks gets the first down run. So clearly the sack proves to not make that much of an impact as Metropolis' defense allows a big run. That'll keep the chains moving here for Capital College. Britton on first down, under pressure. He goes up the middle for Heath Coleman, who makes the reception. And again, Capital College is moving it down the field very nicely. They have it on the goal line, looking to make it a 2-score game here in the second quarter. We'll see if they can punch it in. First and goal. Brown in motion, back to Darnell King, and he scores for a second time today. And from there, the Capital College Flyers now lead this one 14-3. Great drive there from Capital College. So now Metropolis really has some damage control to do. They still have time, but they're obviously not in an ideal spot, down by 2 scores. Castillo on 3rd and 10 as its pass tipped and incomplete by Geraldo Duncan. It's been a rough one so far for Castillo. He is a measly 2 for 7 up to this point. So Capital College gets it back. The Flyers have been playing very well today, looking to keep the good times rolling as it's Somerset Driscoll, who is out of bounds for a gain of 19. Early impact here in the first half for Driscoll, who's made a number of nice plays here for the Flyers, and they are moving it. They're back in the red zone, looking to make it a 3-score game. Second and goal. Handoff for Canyon. He is smothered in the backfield for a loss of 5. Michael Roberson brings him down. The true freshman linebacker ends up stopping him. So the Flyers are unable to get the touchdown here. They're going to go for the field goal. No easy kick in these snowy conditions, but the kick is good. I didn't realize it snowed this much in November in Washington, D.C. Remember last week, Metropolis at home against UTSA, and that game was filled with snow as well. So it's 17-3. Not a lot of time left here in the first half. The Bulldogs got to move quick. On first down, Castillo is intercepted. Oh no! Foreman with the pick, and Capital College has 6 seconds left on the clock. They're not really in field goal range, but who knows? Maybe they'll go for a quick play out of bounds and kick it, or they're probably just going to go for a Hail Mary, and it appears that's what the plan is going to be here for the Flyers. Britton has the arm talent to send it to the end zone. His pass is tipped a couple times and incomplete. So that'll wrap up the first half. Not ideal for the Bulldogs. They're down 17-3. The offense is struggling. The defense is struggling. There's still time to right the ship, but Metropolis is not playing their best game of football. They've got to start early and often here in the third quarter. 3rd and 5, Castillo scrambles to the right side, looking to throw it. He's sacked. He had a couple guys open, but could not get rid of it in time. Dante Whitworth brings him down, so Metropolis has to punt it again, and Capital College gets it back after the huge stop. It's Darnell King with blocks to the left side. King stumbles past the 50. So far here in the second half, it's been much of the same for the first half. The Flyers looking great on both ends of the field here as it's now a 3rd and inches. Probably going to try to punch it in via the ground. No, it's a pass. Britton throws it away, so that'll bring us to an interesting 4th and inches. Do you punt it? Do you go for it? What's the game plan here if you're Capital College? They would surprisingly elect to punt it. I don't really get that call. Pass the 50, 4th and inches. I feel like you got to go for that. So now the Bulldogs have it back. Nice run by Barrington, who tries to hurdle the defender. He was kind of successful in doing so. Solid run there for Barrington. He's been pretty good today. Overall, Metropolis has ran the ball fine in this game. I wouldn't say poorly. 3rd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Play action fake. Castillo scrambling. Has an open man. It's Tadion Smith-Gardner, who has it inside the 10 for a gain of 28. Manuel Castillo has not been overly efficient in this game. He's only completed around 25% of his passes, but now he's starting to get into a groove. This time it's Tico Chukwumereji. It has not been pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but the Bulldogs are not out of this game. They're down by 7 points. It's time for the defense to come up clutch here late in the third quarter. And hey, comeback's possible. 2nd and 10. Britton sacked. It's a fumble. Picked up by Capital College. Close call there. Still a nice defensive play. It looked like that was big 45. Malcolm DeGray with the strip sack as we wrap up the third quarter. We've got ourselves a ball game right now, folks. 17-10. Capital College leads this one, but the Bulldogs, even though it hasn't been pretty, they are far from out of it, and they still got a great shot to win it. 3rd and 15, maybe the most important play of the game so far. It's a screen pass for King, and he loses Ford. Ford Chavez stuffs him up behind the backfield. A huge stop for Metropolis. They will force the punt. And now they're going to get it back on offense. And again, anything is possible. 3rd and 4 here for the Bulldogs. Castillo needs a big play here. Tries to get it to Young, but he drops it. I get that wasn't a perfect throw, but you've got to catch that ball. Osiris Young has had drop issues this year. That one's one of his biggest of the year. 4th and 4. Metropolis says, screw it. Why not go for it? We don't have anything to lose. Castillo scrambling. He can't find anybody open, and he is sacked. Doesn't even get the pass off, losing 6. So Capital College gets the stop. They would choose some clock. They now have the field goal team on, trying to make it a 2-score game. The kick is good, and it's now 20-10. So Metropolis finds themselves down by 10 points. They really need a miracle at this point. There's still a little bit of time, but not a whole lot. Castillo on 1st down, looking to throw it. He's scrambling and is sacked again. Although Manuel Castillo has struggled throwing the football today, his receivers aren't doing him any favors. His offensive linemen are not doing him any favors. As now it's a 4th and 13. The Bulldogs say, what do we have to lose here? Why not go for it? Castillo looking to throw it, and it is tipped incomplete by Bryson Bullock. So Capital College again forces to stop. They would go out and choose some more clock as they have it on the goal line, looking to ice the game. 3rd and goal for a spot in the conference championship. It's King who fumbles it on the goal line, and it's picked up by Jonathan Savage. Hold on, this game is not quite over. Michael Roberson, the true freshman, forces the ball right out of his hands. So now Metropolis gets it back, but the Bulldogs have made a change. Manuel Castillo has been benched for redshirt freshman Ibrahim Yoder. The Bulldogs figured, why not? Castillo hasn't done anything today. And Yoder's first pass is intercepted by TJ Stewart, who's going to walk it into the end zone for a pick 6. Welcome to the game, Ibrahim Yoder. His very first pass as a Bulldog goes for a touchdown, but by the other team. And that's pretty much how this game would come to a close. 27-10 is your final. The Capital College Flyers win the game. They win the division, and they win the rivalry game. Our passing offense was terrible. Manuel Castillo, 5 for 21. Ibrahim Yoder, 0 for 4. Both quarterbacks could not hit the side of a barn, but in their defense, it was not just them who struggled. Our receivers couldn't catch, our offensive linemen couldn't block. When your quarterback can't throw, your receivers can't catch, and your O-line can't block, well, that's the recipe for disaster, and our passing game was completely defunct today. We ran the ball fine, but late in the game when we had to throw it, we couldn't because nobody on this team could hit a pass. Nobody could catch a pass. Osiris Young dropped 4 balls today. Unacceptable. As talented as he is, he's got to figure out how to catch a damn ball. He's a true freshman. He still has time, but his hands are not good. Champ Britton was fine. I feel like Darnell King, however, really anchored the offense. He was definitely their best offensive player today. And the Capital College defense played quite well. They got pressure. They got turnovers. They did everything they needed to in order to win this ball game. So that'll bring us to the second game of the day. It is senior day here at home as we are set to face off against the Navy Midshipmen for our final regular season game here in year number 2. We have a very talented senior class of players, including running back Xavier Grice, fullback Jim Bean, wide receivers Marcus Wilkerson, Tamarian Johnson, and Teal Brown, tight end Danilo Walls, center Gilbert Bernard, offensive tackle Aaron Sherman, outside linebackers Ford Chavez and Malcolm DeGray, in my opinion, our 2 best seniors. Middle linebacker Miles Burrow, and then our 2 starting safeties, 2 other fantastic players in Tavion Lewis and Ryan Yovanovich. It's a very talented senior class we have, particularly on defense. It's certainly unfortunate that we lost last week against Capital College and will not be playing in the conference championship with them. But we do have 2 more games. We have this game today and then our bowl game in the next episode. So Navy's 1-9. They're not a good team. We're actually rated higher than them. This is probably the first time in school history we are rated higher than our opponent. We should blow these guys out of the water, but we have really struggled against bad teams as of recent. We got killed by USF. We barely beat Temple. We barely beat UTSA. We barely beat East Carolina. But one time we played a good team, we got smothered against Capital College. So we're not really playing our best football, and I feel like we need to demolish these guys. I don't want to win this game. I want to win this game convincingly. We need a statement win. We need to rejuvenate our confidence headed into the bowl game. So I think this is a very important matchup. I know these guys are 1-9. I know this doesn't determine a whole lot within the conference. We're going to finish second place in our division regardless. but this team needs a confidence builder going into our bowl game. So let's get this one started here at Metropolis Field. Marcus Wilkerson and Malcolm DeGray are the team captains at the coin flip today, two of our very talented seniors. So the Bulldogs will start on offense. On first down, it's a quick handoff for running back Donovan Barrington, who cuts to the left side. Big run for Barrington as he has it at the 45. Donovan Barrington's just faster than all these guys on this Navy defense. Their highest rated player outside of their kickers is 76 overall, so it's no secret these guys are somehow worse than us. 2nd and 10, Castillo scrambles to the right, looking to throw it, and it's caught by Osiris Young, who makes a really good play after the catch. Osiris Young is so good when he has the ball in his hands, but that's if he catches it. Manuel Castillo does have a short leash today. If he performs poorly, he will get benched. However, I am willing to give him another shot as Donovan Barrington scores the touchdown. So a good first drive there for the Bulldog offense, who really struggled last week against Capital College. But that's a really good start to this game. So now the Navy midshipmen have it. Metropolis beat Navy last year. They are certainly hoping to do so again as Kuhlman up the middle for the first down. Navy's offense has had 3 plays, and they've all been first downs so far. Not ideal for this senior-driven defense. 2nd and 10, our line going to scramble with it to the right. Has a nice first down run. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Wrapped up by Terrell Cream and Tavion Lewis of a 1. A gain of 20 for Xavier Arline, and Navy is marching on the step of the end zone as they look to tie it up. And it's for true freshman Graham Smith with the touchdown. So there you go. This one is knotted up at 7. Both offenses start this game off strong with a pair of early touchdowns. So now the Metropolis Bulldogs have it back. Castillo on 3rd and 7 connects with Osiris Young. Again, Osiris Young, super talented player when he catches the ball. The problem is he has Nelson Aguilar syndrome. 1st and 10, Victor Adams with it. The JUCO Jr. up the middle has it to about the 5-yard line. After we've seen so many defensive battles in recent weeks, so far at least in this first quarter, this one's been all about offense as we wrap up quarter number 1, tied at 7, but Metropolis is very close to the end zone, looking to take this lead back. We'll see if they can do it. The Bulldogs looking to finish 8-4 here in the regular season, and they would need a win today to do that. As it's a 3rd and goal, the Bulldogs having trouble punching it in, but they do get the touchdown. It's caught by Osiris Young, the true freshman, who hauls it in, and the Metropolis Bulldogs are back on top. So far, Osiris Young is playing a lot better today. Manuel Castillo's playing a lot better today. Maybe the snow contributed to why those two really struggled. 3rd and 13, the pass is incomplete. The true freshman linebacker, Michael Roberson, with a hit in the backfield. So Navy has to punt it. This is where Metropolis can really build up their momentum and their lead. We'll see if they can do it. 1st and 10, it's a handoff for Xavier Grice, powering his way up the middle for a gain of 16 yards. The Bulldogs is a team already with 100 yards on the day. Gone are the games where the Bulldogs can't run the ball. I don't know what it is, but really once we started playing poorly this year is when we figured out how to run the ball. It's really weird. 2nd and 12, Castillo sacked on the play by John Marshall for a loss of about 6 yards. Big play there by the Navy defense. They'll force a punt. They'll get the football back. It's a 1st and 10 here for the midshipmen. Here's our line looking to throw it. He is sacked. Scout Lopez, the junior defensive tackle, brings down the quarterback. So then Navy would have to punt it, and Metropolis gets it back. Handoff for Donovan Barrington here on 1st down. Barrington loses the ball. It's picked up by Marshall. A costly fumble there by Donovan Barrington. We're going to have to get a close look at this one. Whether or not the ball is out, I think it's a close call. Yeah, that ball is out. It looked like that was Collins who forced it away. Big turnover there for the Navy defense. First play here on offense. It's Graham Smith with blocks. Gets by Jovanovic. Smith off to the races. We're tied at 14. A huge touchdown run by Graham Smith, and within the span of 2 plays, this game has been flipped on its side, and we are now knotted up. So Metropolis needs to get back on track before this one sides towards Navy as well. Good run here by Victor Adams with blocks. I don't know why our offensive line could not run block to save their lives for the first season and a half in this series. Now the past 5-6 games, their run blocking's been unbelievable. 2nd and 13, Castillo looking to throw, and he scrambles to the right. Castillo connects with Osiris Young. Young makes a nice cut upfield with blocks into the end zone. A 38-yard touchdown for the true freshman Osiris Young. And the Bulldogs are back on top. They lead 21-14. Big play there for Metropolis. Navy has it back. 2nd and 10. It's Meager who gains 23 yards. Nice reception for John Meager. That'll move the chains. Now 2nd and 2 here for Navy. Not a whole lot of time left here in this first half. Here is Archie looking to throw it under pressure. Fumble! Ford Chavez with the strip sack, the senior. And it's picked up by another key senior, Ryan Jovanovic. A huge turnover for Metropolis. They can make it a 2-score game here going into halftime with not too much time left on the clock here in the first half. It is a first down here from around the 43-yard line. Castillo goes short for Yun. Yun gets an excellent block, and that'll be Osiris Yun, his 3rd touchdown here in the 2nd quarter alone. This true freshman is damn good when he catches the football. Touchdown, Osiris Yun. It's 28-14. The offense has completely exploded today. Navy has it back. Archie sacked again. The 3rd sack today for the Metropolis defense. This time it's the junior, Jonathan Savage II. And that'll wrap it up here in the first half. The Bulldogs started off a little bit iffy, but the offense is really playing well. Manuel Castillo's looking a lot better. Osiris Young has been unguardable today. 28-14 lead here for the Bulldogs as we enter the 3rd quarter. Archie looking to scramble with it here yet again. Has room. Navy's not out of this game. That kind of had a fumble animation, but no fumble. Close call. Navy's not out of this game. They're down by 14 yards. At this stage of the season, they feel like they don't have anything to lose, so why not run 3 and play like their hair is on fire? 2nd and 10. Savage with his 2nd sack of the game. Big play there for Jonathan Savage, who has continued to improve in his first 2 seasons as a Bulldog, and he's still going to be on our team next year. 3rd and 15. Here's Archie looking to throw it. Sacked again. Delvin Hines, the 2nd, was there along with Scout Lopez to bring down the quarterback. So that'll force a punt. Metropolis has it back, looking to really break this game wide open. Here's Adams with a nice cut. Adams gets by like 7 defenders, and he's going to take it himself. What a run by Victor Adams. And the Metropolis Bulldogs are on top. They lead at 35-14. 21 unanswered points here for the Bulldogs. And Navy's really got to get something going quickly. 2nd and 7. Our line looking to run with it. He has an open hole, and it's trucked down to the ground by Terrell Cream. Still a nice run there by our line as we're getting closer to the end of the 3rd quarter. Metropolis leads by 21. 3rd and 1. Handoff for the fullback, Joe Hill, who will score the touchdown. So Navy has it within 2 scores. As I said, these guys are not going to quit. And they have it within 14 points. 21-35. Not a lot of time here left to go here in this 3rd quarter. And looks like the Bulldogs are going to get this one off. 3rd and 7. Castillo under a lot of pressure. Somehow outruns the defender for a 1st down. Tell you what, if that was a Capital College defender on his tail, that would have been a sack. Great run by Manuel Castillo. That wraps up the 3rd quarter. Still a 14-point game. Both teams add touchdowns, so the Metropolis Bulldogs appear to be in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. But, again, you never know. We'll see if Navy tries to pull off a valiant comeback or if Metropolis can finish it off. The Bulldogs would choose some clock. They now have the field goal team out. It's a 47-yard field goal attempt for Mark Mitchell, who splits it perfectly down the middle. 21-38, Bulldogs lead by 3 scores as Navy has it back. Here's Burns, gets by a couple defenders with blocks. Burns has it at about the 5-yard line. A big gain of 38 yards for Travis Burns, who was wrapped up by Jovanovic. Navy getting awfully close here to the end zone again. They're not going to quit. 1st and goal. Here's our line. Under pressure, he is sacked again. Scout Lopez brings down the quarterback once more. His, I believe, 3rd sack of the game. 3rd and goal now. Navy is so close to the end zone. Our line keeps it himself. He is in for the score. A nice run for Xavier Arline. So it's now a 10-point game again as it's going to be an onside kick here for Navy. And look at the midshipmen here. They waited for Metropolis to get into their onside kick formation. How generous. This is football. You can't be kind. What are they doing? I mean, we're not going to complain as it is recovered by Curtis Neal. I don't know why Navy felt like they had to wait, though. Why not try to kick it when they're in motion to throw them off? Or even better, kick it when there's 2 guys back there. So I don't really know what Navy was doing there as it's a 4th and 2. Bulldogs are going to elect to go for it here, try to ice the game. And they do not get it. Victor Adams is a yard or 2 shy. as he's just off the mark, so Navy gets it back here. 10-point game. Anything's possible. You never know. First down here with about 2 minutes left to go. Our line is sacked. Scout Lopez with a school record 4th sack of the game. What a performance here for Scout Lopez, who has been unbelievable here down the stretch in this season. 4th and 13. Navy has to go for it. Our line goes deep for Walker, who breaks a tackle. Walker down the field. He's wrapped up inside the 25-yard line by Terrell Crean. Another 4th down, this time 4th and 8. Short throw for Zachary Kuhlman. He's stopped shy of the first down marker. So that's going to wrap this one up. 38-28 is your final. A big win here for the Metropolis Bulldogs. We didn't blow them out like I had hoped for, but it was really good to see the offense totally dominate. Even if the defense was a little bit shaky, our offense played fantastic after really multiple consecutive weeks of really struggling. This is probably the most complete offensive game I've seen from our team ever. Everybody was clicking, and I think this game really showed us the ceiling of what our offense is capable of doing when everybody is clicking. Manuel Castillo, unlike last week, made his throws, and he made a few big throws. We really focused this game on running the ball, but Castillo was accurate. 10 of 15, 145 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He did get sacked 3 times. Got to avoid that. We ran the ball unbelievably well. Victor Adams and Donovan Barrington combined for over 250 yards. Osiris Young, 6 for 120 and 3 scores, and he only had 1 drop, which is certainly good for him. The offensive line was a lot better. The defense wasn't fantastic, but we sent a lot of pressure. 4 sacks by Lopez, 2 for Savage, 1 for Ford Chavez. And I give Navy a lot of credit. Even though they're a 1-win team, they really fought with us. And they were in this game really the whole time, but they just were not able to get the win. So we're going to finish this regular season up with a record of 8-4. Don't go anywhere. We're going to find out what our end of regular season recruiting class looks like. We're also going to talk about the bowl game as well. So we certainly exceeded expectations this year, going 8-4. We're not a great football team, but we find ways to win close games. We had a negative point differential, but we won in close situations. In games decided by 10 or fewer points, we were 7-0. So even though we're not a dominant team, we know how to win football games. As it stands now, we're currently projected to play in the Poinsettia Bowl against Air Force, but with multiple weeks left to go in the college football season, including Conference Championship Week, that is 100% certainly something that could very well change. So we're going to do some simulating now. As we get to Week 15, we get 2 new commits, linebacker Lionel Brothers and athlete Elliott Hughes. So let's talk about these 2 guys. 2 very solid gets here for our program. Lionel Brothers will be our lone low-lock recruit in this year's class. He is a gem linebacker, somebody who I think can make an early impact, especially with our 2 starting outside linebackers, Ford Chavez and Malcolm DeGray as seniors. Elliott Hughes plays for the powerhouse Duncanville High School in Duncanville, Texas. It said he was listed as a defensive tackle, but I'm curious to see what his passing and run blocking ratings are. Maybe he could be an offensive lineman. As it stands now, we are currently projected to play on New Year's Eve in the Music City Bowl against LSU. After simming Week 15, we have 2 new commits, both at the running back position, Andrew Williams and Didi Santander. Santander plays for Archbishop Carroll in Washington, D.C., the same school that Manuel Castillo and Osiris Young played for. Santander is an extraordinary talent and somebody who I think has the ability to be our bell cow running back within a few seasons. Andrew Williams is a JUCO junior, 79 overall, somebody who I think is going to make a very early impact for us, kind of like Victor Adams. I think Williams, Adams, and Barrington will be the backfield next year, with Didi Santander probably getting a red shirt, and then the year after that, Santander will replace Victor Adams' role. So we have the 39th ranked recruiting class in the country. We've still got 10 guys who are still on the board who we're going to have to figure out how to allot points to in the offseason. We're still projected to play LSU in the Music City Bowl. That probably won't end up changing, but we'll have to see. Hassan Haskins, for running back from Michigan, wins the Heisman Trophy, followed by Bryce Young, Tyrion David Price, Casey Thompson, and KJ Jefferson. So there you go. We will be in the Music City Bowl on New Year's Eve against LSU. This is not some weak bowl. This is a good game on New Year's Eve against a really good LSU team who's obviously a lot better than us. This is the best football team we played against this year. LSU has lost to a lot of good teams. They haven't beaten anybody good, but whenever they play someone who's bad, they usually kill them. I don't think we're as good as those teams they lost to, so we are the heavy underdogs in this game. They had Heisman finalist Ty David Price. They have guys like Derek Stingley, Keishon Butte, Eli Ricks, B.J. Ojolari. This team is loaded. Their quarterback is a talented junior in Max Johnson, so It's not going to be an easy one here, but I'm excited for the challenge in our bowl game to wrap up Season 2, which will be in the next episode, our program's very first bowl game in school history. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out. Go Dogs.